One thing I do like about snakes is you can incorporate other prop work with them. So I've danced with swords with my snakes at the same time, veils, finger cymbals. We are the only snake dancers in Columbus, Ohio, and we're actually, I think, some of the only ones in Ohio altogether anymore. This is Persephone. I've had her the longest. She's about a little over 2.5 years old, and I've had her since she was a baby. She was actually my birthday present. This one back here who's escaping is Kismet. And I've had her for only a year. She was a rescue, and she's about 4 years old. And I didn't think I could handle something like a Burmese because I have small children in the household, and they can get up to about 18 feet long at full growth. But I wanted something a little bit more manageable, so I went with the ball pythons, and they have a very predictable nature too, so that's always a benefit, especially with small kids. They're very docile. They don't naturally go to aggression as a reflex on them. Some snakes will, as their defense mechanism, will strike, but they're more likely to curl up in a ball, hence their name, ball pythons. You definitely don't ever choreograph a darn thing with them. You can choreograph a little bit and hope it's going to pull off, but I mean, you can't really train your snakes because the way that they eat, they're not like you can hold up a snake treat or something like that and get them to do something, but you do develop a level of trust with them. You kind of know what their things are, what they're more likely to do. They're misrepresented by a lot of media and stuff like that all the time, where, you know, belly dance is looking as very scandalous sometimes and snakes are so fierce, but that's really not the case in either regard. And then also the movement, of course, is very complementary to each other. Once people see you have a snake, even if they're afraid of them, they will cross a street to come and tell you that they're afraid of snakes, which I think is really funny because I don't like centipedes, and I would never ever cross the street to say I don't like that centipede. Kids love coming up and looking at the snakes all the time because it's kind of like going to the zoo. And you kind of need to know everything about them because everyone's going to ask you any and all questions about the snakes. Top questions are, have I ever been bit? Are they going to bite me? Always asking what they eat. I've been asked multiple times if they're venomous. And it's kind of funny, like you kind of learn like how people just really don't know anything about snakes at all.